Hello guys, today we are going to learn UDP communication between our PC and Siemens S7300 PLC. So first we will create one new project in TIA portal version 13. So I'm giving name as a UDP communication. Okay, let's create our project. So Mm. So I'm having S7300 PLC, so I'm adding S7300 CPU and I am having 2 PNDP. I will select the CPU and click OK. So give IP address as per your network ID. I am having 172.16 or 12. Suppose I am giving 46 IP and click enter. Now in programming we need clock memory also, so at the starting we will enable clock memory of CPU. So go to its property, clock memory, enable byte 0 as a clock memory. Now download your hardware to your CPU. Okay, just click on load and load. So for UDP communication you no need to add any device here. It is a open communication protocol, so directly we will use communication instruction and use open user communication instruction. So for the UDP communication we first create our connection using T connection block, T-con block, and for disconnect our communication we need to use T-DISCON. Okay, so let's configure this block. Go to here, connection partner. So in UDP you don't know the connection partner actual model, so we'll put as a unspecified. And the connection data block we need to create a new. Here we are going to establish the UDP communication, so we will select the UDP protocol here. Now the one most important part is local port here 2000. So you can set any port here. So on that port, over that port, your CPU will listen the data. Okay, so I am setting the port as a 2011. Okay, you can set any port here. So now just remember this port for the further use. Okay, now just give the request bit, it is your memory bit. Okay, now request completion status, this all are status based, so we will assign one memory bit to all and 1.2 and 1.3, and for status bit it is the 16-bit hex value, so we need to enter MW2. Okay, so your T-con block has been ready. Now we will configure our terminate communication block. So go to here, also we will assign same clock for the termination also. Here we will assign memory bit different than T-con, it is M5.0, for busy M5.1 and error M5.2. Also for the status we need to take MW8. So here your two block the configuration of two block has been completed. We will assign one enable switch for connection establishment and another switch for interruption of connection. So I am assigning I136.0 as my established connection switch and 136.1 for interruption of my communication. And here ID is 1, so we'll put same ID to all communication block here. So enter as a 1, right? Now first I will take the receiver block. Okay, so just find TU receive block, the receive data via Ethernet UDP protocol. So okay, now this is your TURC receiver block. So again we will take here one switch for the receiving enable, that is I136.2. Also we will take another switch for enabling to receive, that is 136.3, I136.3. okay, here ID will be same as a T-DISCON 1, we will keep as a 1. And here data is your storage area where you will store the received data. So we will create DB for the data storage. Just add a new DB, put as a received data, the name is received data. Okay, create. Now it is a data, just take one variable data, will okay, define as an array, your character array, it is like a 100 character are coming. Okay, now here just give that DB address, receive data and none. So this question mark are coming, that means your DB was not compiled. So just compile DB, it will take address automatically. Okay, now the address. Okay, so the address having some predefined format, so we'll go to help, like pressing F1. So here you can find the address pin here. See the pointer to the address of the receiver. So we have to define the pointer address of the remote partner. So the predefined format is there. We need to use this data type for the address. So first we will take this data type. Just go to your program and create a new DB, like TU receive. Okay, and add like a parameter and give same data type which is predefined by the Siemens. So just copy paste this word. Okay, Control C and Control V. Okay, enter. So here you filed the IP address and port number and reserve. So now in receiver side you are receiving the data. So in this DB the sender IP address and port will save in this DB. So we no need to write anything in this DB. Just attach this DB to our address pin. Okay, so just find that DB, that is your okay, correct. Okay, now DB was not compiled, so just compile that DB. Sorry, compile. Okay, now you have to assign the memory bit for status, so just assign R. Okay, we will directly here assign just M 10.0, M 10.1, M 10.2. This NDR, BC and error are 1 bit status only, and the status is a 16-bit word value. So we will give the MW12. Okay. Here we have to assign length. Length means you have taken DP up to 100 character. So we will put as a 100. Just go to your receive data. Here you can find we have assigned array of 0 to 100. Just put 1 to 100. So it is a 100 character. So just put length as a 100 character. So compile db always. Okay, now here the status of the length. So sender will send the data. So how many data it will send means length of data. Suppose 12 byte, 13 byte, like that. It will that length, number of length, the length of data it will store here. So we will assign one memory like 16. So in this word the length of data will store. So almost we have completed configuration. So just compile program and download. Also download your hardware because you have assigned clock memory. So just download. Okay, start all. Okay, we are in online. So here T-DISCON. So first we have to establish connection. So just I am pressing I136.0. Okay, so you can see here your communication established or not. See here status 7000 means just go to help and find 7000 word for the no job processing active. Okay, and here 3 bit done, busy, error means total are false, 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 0. So the meaning of that, it is already given in help. So false, 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 the no instruction was not assigned a new job. Okay, so I haven't started our communication, and here T disconnect for disconnection of our communication. Now we want to receive data from our computer or any UDP client. So just enable our block 136.2. Okay, our block is enabled, but we are not ready to receive until and unless we will press 136.3. Okay, this is the enable receive. So now we have to install one software UDP client, sorry, UDP test tool. UDP test tool is a computer program. It will send some data over the UDP communication for testing purpose. So here we are using this software for testing our UDP communication. Okay, so we want to send data, some data to our PLC. So we will enter here our PLC IP address, that is already we define 46, right, and port. So did you remember we have entered port as a 2011. Okay, now here you can enter something like hello guys, so I am transferring this data to my PLC. So just click on send button, your data has been sent. So whether it is received or not, so we have to enable receive in I136.3. So I am pressing I136.3. So we are ready to receive. Send again. Okay, so now we will check whether data is received or not. So that data will receive in this DB, receive data DB. So receive data DB and monitor. So here your data is received. Hello guys. Okay. So like this. Now you can send another data also, like how are you. Okay, so you can see here your data is coming. Now I want to send data. Okay, let me show you one thing. You are sending data over your UDP test tool, so that information will store in TUREC. Before we created block, empty block. So here see, this is the IP address, hex IP address of your PC from where data is coming, and this is your PC port from where data is coming. So C7D1, C7 is a higher byte of port, D1 is a lower byte of port. So just open your calculator and we will count what is that mean. So it is a hex value, put in hex C7 and D1. Okay, just calculate the decimal. So this is the port number from which your PC sending data to your CPU. So now again I want to send data from my PLC to my PC. So at that time I will use this port 51153. Okay, just remember this port. Okay, now we are going to take another instruction, that is my TU send. Okay, now let's give two switches for enable purpose. I 136.36.4. okay, and here request to send data, that is I 36.5. okay, I'm taking ID same as a 1. I'm transferring 100 byte of data. Again I have to create the DB for data, like I will create new, that is send data. Okay, just click OK. Now this send data, so I will send some byte data, byte like 1 to 100 byte I am sending data. Okay, just take 20. Okay, here I will give some start value. Okay, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and remaining are 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, this data I am sending to my PC. Okay, so I will give as a start value. Compile your DB. Assign the DB here. Your send data DB. Okay, assign. Now address. So same as before, we have to create another DB like TU send. Okay, it is already exists. So TU send. Okay, create. Again you have to enter same data format. It is a predefined format like this one I am showing you. See, address, your address, this data type. So just copy that data type name and give in your DB TU send. Okay, so here you have to assign IP address and port of your PC or any remote UDP device. So my IP address is this one, 172.16.12.45. So we have to enter hex value of IP address. So just open your calculator and enter 172. So hex value is AC. So here enter first is AC, another byte 172. Another is our 16. What is the hex value? That is 10. So 16, 10. Another is my another IP address group is 12. Sorry, decimal 12, and hex is C. 16 and C. Okay, see and the hex value also you can see here in T-RECV byte. Okay, so here same hex value are coming 0C 2D. So just give same value to this one, like 2T. Okay, now you also have to mention the port. So just go to again receive TU-RECV block. Here you can find the port of your PC. Okay, the remote client. So C7D1. So we will mention same port here, C7D1. 16 has C7 C7 T1, because ultimately we are transferring same data over that PC, so we will use same port. Okay, in receiver we are receiving data from PC to PLC. Okay, so on that port and IP address of PC will store in TU-RECV data block. Now I am transferring data from PLC to again PC. Okay, so I will use same IP address and same port in my TU send data block. Okay, now go to main. Always compile your DB first. Okay, now in place of address just assign our TU send data block. TU send data block. Okay, this one. Okay, correct. Now just give memory address for status. So I am using 30.0, M30.1, M30.2 and MW50. Okay, so guys, we are ready to send data. Okay, just download your program. Okay, delete previous DBs. Okay, now we are online. Okay, so first I will disconnect previous connection. Okay, I136 point I have disconnected from the previous connection. Now again I will start connection and I will send data to my PC. So before sending data, first we will do some setting in our application UDP test tool for ready to receive. So your data is coming to this IP address we already mentioned in our TU send block, and we are using port which one, this one C7D1. so we will find the decimal value by using calculator. It is hex value we have given C7D1. okay, so the port is 51153. so 51153. okay, now bind that port to your IP address. Correct. Now just send data using 136 point 136.4. okay, and I will send data by using 136.5. here you can see so here we are sending data by using 136.5. just go to your application. See, your data is coming here by one request. Again I will give positive trigger I136.1, again I will receive same data. So you are sending data like we have already mentioned in TU send block, send data block. See, you are transferring that data 0A 14 1E, and same data you are receiving here 0A 14. Okay, same data you are receiving here. So by giving trigger to 136.5 you will get data. Okay, same multiple time. And you can also send data here like thanks for watching. Okay, send data. Okay, data has been sent, and that data will store in DB by enabling the TU receive block. Okay, now we'll check receive data. Okay, thanks for watching. So if you need any query, you can post in comment. Thank you.